Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. It's time for Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 2, my friends. This is the series where we look at all the map changes, from the huge game-changing landmarks to the tiny, subtle, inconsequential updates only true nerds like you and I appreciate. Please think about using code ADAMARU in the Fortnite shop to keep this series going, and as always, likes and subs help this reach more people. If you're ready for this, let's go through 30 map changes in 10 minutes. Whew, let's do this. It's difficult to choose where to start. Oh, I know. Finally, the house which replaced our Hut Watch desires has been completed. This looks to be a facility for the Shadow unit to keep tabs on their ghost counterparts. I suppose we should get used to that right now. It's no longer Ego versus Alter, they are Ghost and Shadow. This season looks to be created like Season 4 in Chapter 1, i.e. the greatest season ever in my opinion. So if you had to choose right now, right this instant, this very second, are you in Team Ghost or the Shadow Squad? What would you pick? I think I'm going Ghost. For one last, final time, let's hear the House Watch theme.
You're breathtaking!
Over the last 7 days, the Central Island has slowly seen gold items replace the normal ones. After all the teasers, we finally have a full update to that location, and look how insane it is. The home base of the Ghost unit, complete with helipad and Atlas-style statues. This place has been through a lot already, from cabins to a boss fight with a god, back to cabins again, and now this. This is what we like, Epic. Keep map changes like this one coming. And an FYI, you don't die if you stand in the torches. Lovely.
You crazy mother...
Over the past few months, we've been watching a very slow-moving flatbed truck traverse the map. After a delivery of chairs was made at the docks, we saw them loaded onto this truck, and for the last 4 weeks, they've sat dormant by the first bridge. Well, now, there is movement. It's only about 100 meters down the road, but progress is progress, so let's celebrate that. GG's. By the way, all the outdoor toilets you see all the way around the map now, you should totally jump in them just in case, because some of them lead to super secret underground facilities like this. There's one actually by the chair truck right now, another is in Pleasant Park. In fact, they're everywhere. Some dumpsters work too, and the red phone boxes are your opportunity to become Clark Kent becoming Superman. Change disguise at these places. Pretty damn epic. I ventured back to the bunker to see what had updated, and alas, zero, zilch, nothing, absolutely nothing at all, which is a shame, but we're looking for positives here. Nearby is a new location, a new delivery depot, whatever you like, has popped up, and there isn't much to look at here, but if you like dropping at the Shiver Inn over the winter period, this could be your new home. And I suspect it will be pretty quiet here too. Another humongous update sees a yacht appear just above Steamy Stacks. This behemoth is packed with floor drops and chests, and the new vaults which are seen in other spots on the island too. As this will likely be a hotspot, the reboot van has moved to a newly created island nearby. Any myth chasers in the house? I wondered if the ship was sinkable, so here's my test. Darn it, sadly not. This base is permanent. Let's go back in time. Remember the old Radio Shack from Chapter 1 of the season? This was the home of, well, nothing really, except the fearless leader, Graham the Gnome. Just before the season ended, the radio station had the start of an update with pallets and potential walls arriving. Well, check back this season. This place has had a full-on upgrade. It is complete with a basement to explore too. On the roof are training dummies, so whoever set this up is preparing for action. The radio tower has been upgraded too, but the moment we really need to take in here, will Graham the King of the Gnomes be okay? Hell yeah, Graham is bossing it up there. Do you know what? Today in the comments, I'm going to look for anyone saying, "All hail Graham." I'll be replying out of nowhere. Next, we have the Grotto, a cave-like facility built into the walls of a cliff and hilltop. It's like a real James Bond villain's lair here, with a waterside entrance and an air pocket-like vacuum, just like steamy stacks for great mobility. If you land here, be aware there are zip lines above, so someone will likely crash your party at any time. There's another vault here, by the way. A tiny update just up the hill is a small mobile home. This is one I'm not too certain about. Was this here last season? I can't be certain. I've never really landed here. Is this new, or have I simply just never been here before? Let's jump down to Retail Row. Every time I come here, I always check out the store. It's usually a shell of nothingness, but at Halloween and Christmas time, things take shape. Well, in Season 2, the store has been broken into 2 offices, one for the ghosts, one for the shadows. They are keeping such a close eye on one another. If you do see yourself drop here, look on the desk. The old ego file from the toilet last season, that is the weirdest thing I've said for a long time. I wonder if these files will be important. On the west side of the map, another layer has been erected in the cove. A shark-shaped base which looks so badass. In terms of loot, there's loads, so expect to be pushed when dropping here. The boats nearby allow for a quick getaway, so keep that in mind. Oh, and look at the island closest. There is the start of another map update here. A very quick and down and dirty spy nest has been created to keep tabs on the shark layer. Oh, now's a good time to note a series of map changes in one fell swoop. All the ego outposts from last season have gone, straight up vanished, all over the map. Only a few supplies remain on the ground, and the grass has also died there, so we can remember these locations. The first one found by the beach has gone. The one in the mountains near the disco, that's gone too. You get the idea, right? Ego outposts from Season 1 have gone. Oh man, that means even the huge barracks below Holly Hedges has gone too. Gone, but not forgotten. Rip the dream. Here's a great little map change which has zero impact on anything at all. A police chase has gone horribly wrong on the way out of Sweaty Sands. A police speed trap has caught a lawbreaker who has smashed through the barricade and overturned on the roadside. It's like Fast and Furious, Fortnite edition. Maybe that's a future crossover, I'm calling it now. A cool touch here is the sign which has also been taken out too. Going further south towards Holly Hedges is a strange house we saw slowly being stripped back as if it was tunnelling into the ground. Well, they sure did it. The house is now an outpost for the Shadow Squad, complete with a basement and a little more loot than it had previously. These slow updates are my personal favourite. It really feels like the island is evolving rather than suddenly changing. I love it. What about you? Here's another tiny update, which is likely nothing, but I wanted to be sure. Down by the tree nursery, we've been waiting for the flatbed trucks to get a move on. Now, 3 months later, they still haven't moved, but check this out. One of the trucks from Logjam is now passing by. Where could it be going, and why is that more important than these two? I need answers to my pointless questions, Epic. Just up the hill from here is another outpost from Season 2. Instead of the military-looking buildings, this is built out of stone and looks uber professional. The ghosts are more about style this season. I like that. One more huge update before we look at the ultra small changes. There's an oil rig, yes. Yeah, I know you've noticed it, but there wouldn't be a map change video unless I pointed it out, okay? Sadly, just like the yacht, this is indestructible in certain places. Boo. I wonder if there's a reason why the oil rig and the yacht are at exactly opposite points on the map. Could this be a story theme, or maybe a new game mode coming soon? I can't wait to find out. Let's keep going with small changes. This house outside Pleasant Park. Is this new, or am I just blind as a bat? I feel like it's new. Is it new? Anyway, regardless of that, another cool update will find these around the map. Posters attempting to recruit you, like the old World War posters, and the ones we saw in Chapter 1. And going around the map, you'll also spot some mail drops. The first one I found was outside the former store in Retail Row. Oh, and just before I uploaded this, I also noticed this. One of the wagons has completely crashed above the swamplands. What could this mean? I have no idea. But I like things like this.
You crazy mother.
Okay, before we finish, I have a question for you. In the Season 2 trailer, a tree with carvings on it can be seen. One looked to be telling us about the Seven. I need to know more about this, it's part of the story, but I can't find this tree anywhere in the world. If you find it, please DM me on Twitter and I will gift you something in return if you're the first. My name is Adam Grenade over there and my DMs are always open. So there we have it. 30 map changes in 10 minutes. How did I do? Did you notice anything else? I must have missed something, right? Oh, also, if you want to have a crack at a story theory, please let me know. I want to bring them back to this series each week, but I definitely need some help. A quick shout out to those people who used my code ADAMARU in the last week of Season 1. I really appreciate you helping me out when updates were few and far between. I hope this season I can pay you back a little bit more with more content. But for now, thank you is all I can say. Please think about using code ADAMARU, it makes a massive difference to my life and what I can produce. Thank you for your time, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you very soon. Go squad for the win. Go squad for the win. I'm still recording.